G'day guys, welcome to the replay of the round 3 match between the number 1 seed Consitini versus the number 8 seed PJ of the German team. The last game before it crashed was a very close one, and hopefully this one will be as well. So I'm really looking forward to what they do and if they change their play at all. So we see Consitini now rushing in 3 guys to the left and 1 guy to the right, possibly just to gain some sight over here, which is a good play there, as the majority is coming through the middle. As PJ has done the same with the assault squad down the centre, and maybe a bicycle as well. But yep, there's the bicycle again. So PJ hasn't changed it up, but Consitini must be expecting it this time. So his rifle grenade here may be able to come up with a shot here. Still waiting for this assault squad leader with the grenade to take out the bike. It's a really good counter versus the bike start of the Germans, because I always definitely fear that grenade coming, as PJ's assault squad is still capping middle, but that bike is pinning down some of the troops, but has lost 1 guy and is moving back, whilst on the western front Cons has got that point as well and is pushing up infantry in a flanking position here. So nice move by Cons. He could maybe just direct control that unit and snipe that guy off there, and then throw a grenade. But the Bren has actually taken out all the guys behind here. So PJ has got the centre, but it looks like Cons does have the dominance on the field until this assault squad though is coming down to the western front. A good point to actually attack, because there's actually not many units here. So nice choice by PJ running the assault squad on this side. Consitini yet to respond with anything of his own, so he hasn't bought anything until now. He's buying the assault squad as well. So you really, in a 1 versus 1, it's kind of a bit late for Consitini to buy that assault squad, because if your enemy has bought the assault squad first, he can pretty much run in and attack your point quite hard before you have a chance to respond. So now they're also now in a position of ambush, while Con's troops is running in, lagging behind, and having to have to attack a point more heavily defended. So Consitini shouldn't have waited for that to happen, as the grenade war is ensuing on the western area. As he's sending a few guys here to possibly flank the men in here. But he is going to cap this point back with a grenade to that building. Takes out that guy there. So that bike is that a new bike, or that's the same? But I think it's the same bike. It's retreated but has moved back to a position where it can shoot. So these guys are in a dangerous position here. So that flank is definitely shut down there by PGA. So flag-wise, PGA is 5-0 at this stage, and is getting better of Consitini so far. But in terms of kills, it's 9-all. So both of them sustaining the same casualties at this stage. As the spike is rolling in now to provide more cover, but as you can see there, wow, that was actually a point-blank rifle grenade shot to that bike. So quite lucky there by that assault squad leader of the British. So as now the western front is being capped, but is still in a very precarious position with 1 guy there, and the assault squad of PGA still lingering in this area here. But Consitini making the most of the delay and is pushing up guys more closer to catch him off guard, as PGA's P3 is rolling down, and that all econ this time is deciding to hide for cover. Maybe the better option is to put it here, so he can actually shoot down the middle at the same time as being avoiding that Panzer III. So I'm guessing Consitini would want to go a mobile hard counter of the Cromwell. He has definitely learnt since the last game that he did use his Cromwell quite riskily by shooting at that P3, coming to distance of the P3, quite close where the P3 can penetrate the Cromwell. As we see a buy of a regular squad here by Consitini, supported by the MG, is pushing on this point. There's actually quite a good flanking opportunity here by Consitini. If he moves some of the guys around here, he could pretty much maybe pressure that tank. Maybe a guy here or a Piat even, just to flank this right now. 1 guy here with a grenade would have been nice to take him out. But a nice grenade here takes out all the guys here. So PJ is risking a 3 cap, and is playing quite defensive with this P3, because he's running away as he has no line of sight at the moment. All the units have perished. But But the assault squad now is recapping that point. That Panzer III is moving back, and Consitini now is in the lead 8-5 with the center points and left points, and a very nice assault on the eastern flag. As you can see, tanks don't necessarily mean that you're going to dominate the field. He basically ignored that tank and just attacked this point, and he still holds on to these 2 points there, so I would say that was definitely a great move by Consitini, even though he probably lost a little bit more than PJ in that actual move. So there is only a few guys there as well. If I was Consitini, I would keep pressuring this point with infantry, maybe flanking these guys in the process, running down here, try and capture this point again, and this time maybe because the MP is a bit higher, maybe bring a Piat with you, and that P3 will come down and you can take out that Piat, bait the P3 to come closer here. The only thing I'll be worried about is a 2-2 or something coming down here, but at this stage here, the center is capped quite convincingly with some guys in positions of cover. Actually, there isn't too many guys here, so it is very, very lightly defended here by Consitini. He really should have made the most of the position, having the center flag by infesting the area in those buildings with his men, but it looks like he has focused the majority of his men to attack the eastern front there. So Olicon still not in a good position. It should have probably moved a bit more here, but that P3 is actually in a good angle here to take the Olicon if that was the case. So here's the Sherman this time, so a different buy here. Well, okay, so that actually just hit the side of that building there and took out that P3, red hull destroyed, so that Olicon now should come out and be able to dominate the middle once again, as the Anzac squads of Consitini is moving into flank from the western side. He does need maybe more infantry in this area here. It's dangerous for a flank for PGA. As you see, even the number 1 seed here is lacking, I guess, sight or even some infantry hiding in buildings around here for sight. So you should actually try always go to the enemy spawn or try attack somewhere just to see how defended or how much sight the enemy has. As a militia squad is gunned down quite easily, but the Olicon is shooting down the guys, shooting down the militia squad there. So it does have good cover for the advance. So, yep, now he's taking out the last guy in that flag, so he's capping now with the militia squad. And some Brandenburger bar here by PGA. Some of them did get murdered by that Olicon. And Consitini doing a good job here on the western side, flanking there. And PJ is also doing the same thing as before, which is very good to infest these buildings right back here even, so you do need to throw a few grenades to actually get to that person. It's definitely going to slow down Consitini and provide PGA with line of sight. So Sherman here is crushing down those buildings, so not sure why. Whilst on the right side he's sending a commander squad, possibly for another assault. Good play by Consitini. Is definitely going to pressure PGA in terms of constant attacks, I believe, which does work well, as if you attack this point here, PGA will basically be too occupied to attack the other flags, which, since you got the majority of flags, it's a good situation to have basically. So you'll be ticking down whilst that battle ensues. So here's the Brandenburger squad of PGAs moving to the western front of Consitini's, which is quite lightly defended. Yet again, this area here for an Olicon definitely needs to be knocked down, so a few AT grenades here will definitely knock these down, and the Olicon can basically cover the left and the middle. This is definitely a detriment to the A army side, because every time you don't actually use this wall to grenade, the other team does use the wall to grenade though. So you do have to destroy cover. Paratrooper squad on PGA side reinforcing this point. Does it and hit pretty hard by the commanders though, and Consitini has successfully capped this and has successfully reinforced this area as well. So a 3 cap here by Consitini. Now PJ really needs something really fast. It looks like he banked for the H, and the reason why he's low on infantry, and the reason why Consitini was able to come on this side with a commander squad and come on middle and capture the middle, is because he banked for a H, meaning Consitini had 550 MP worth of infantry to do damage all over the map there. So the H rather unnecessary because he just wanted to counter that Sherman, and with Consitini, he doesn't actually use tanks very well in terms of supporting infantry, so I would probably just ignore that tank that Consitini has bought and just spam infantry instead of actually buying that H, which is quite expensive at this stage to counter it. So here comes the Croc here, sorry, the Sherman, M4A4, not the Croc. Coming in a good position to let H, as PJ is kind of panicking here because he's in a position where he can't really go back because it's the end of the map, and the Sherman does have a good shot at it from this range here, but another peekaboo shot here by PJ misses. Consitini needs to take his time now to wait for him. Wow. So it just actually hit the side there, so nice play by Consitini there. PJ is definitely on the back foot now, and I don't think he can come back on this stage. Buying that H is going to really cost him, and losing it 46-9. He really needed some infantry killers considering how much infantry was on the field. That H wasn't able to kill it, and this half track is not able to kill infantry very easy as well, especially in a shootout. It really needs to run in, knock down the cover, and make these guys run. So the 3 cap here, it's 55-9. Consitini looking good to seal the victory to 100-9 here, because I don't think there is any chance of him capping the middle with the all econ there, and no chance of coming here with the Sherman there. And on the right, he does have a chance actually to cap with the Brandenburger squad. But it's now 67-9 to Consitini. It's really ticking up very fast for him. So a decent buy here for the Crusader AA with Consitini, who is looking to take out infantry on this right hand side, and seeing there is no actual tank counter, this thing will reign quite supreme. But lacking in the infantry side at the moment, and PJ has capped these buildings here, and it'll be quite hard to flush these guys out, so this point may be in his hands for quite a bit longer, as Consitini is consolidating his middle and western flag here by pushing his infantry up here, forcing him to fight in this area instead of around the flag area. There's a few AT, as you know, Anzacs do come with AT mines there. Quite useless, but you never know, they might come in handy. If you're not doing much with your tank, you might as well do that. So with your units. But you see Brandenburger squad sneaking there. He does have that Panzerfaust too, so lucky for Consitini. And he's taking out the MG34, so it's pretty much right for the taking there with a full squad. But it's just a militia squad. The militia squad will do though versus the Brandenburgers with the support of the Crusader, as a Panzerfaust just missed the Crusader tank there, so bad luck there to PGA. As I saw another tank by here by PGA, I wonder what it is. Could be a H, perhaps, as that half track is surviving. P3 here from PGA. Should be quite an easy kill to Crusader. I don't think it will escape, as it's pretty much too much inside the lines. Shot bounces, but the Panzerfaust does not miss this time and takes it out. So the western flag is secure, but the points are dangerously in Consitini's favour. PGA is holding on to the cliff with one little finger at this stage, 82-9. He has a P3, which is basically not very good versus a Sherman as well, so Consitini has the tools on the field to take out that P3 as well. P3 does miss the first shot of the all econ. That Sherman is frantically coming to mind, but cannot save that all econ as it has been taken out by that Panzer 3. And Consitini is moving in more infantry down the centre. Good idea, the AT infantry though. So it could have taken that out, but bad luck there. So it's pretty secure here. I'd say this right flag is also good for the taking again because the half track is down. And there's only a few Brandenburger squads here, not even an MG here. So if I was Consitini, I'd just send by a commander squad straight down here to take it back. But PJ has done well to actually cap the middle. Consitini does have light defense here because he's focused these guys here. So PJ has decided to ignore this area here and just come straight down here, which is a good choice there by PJ. He may be still in it. Actually, if he can take out that Sherman, the Sherman will probably stay back in this area here. That P3 would probably be safe to just stay around middle, cover it, to support this infantry versus the commandos here, which is doing well, as that Sherman will be quite useless in this position here, just sitting there. So P3 is being used quite economically at this stage. As the Western Front is still quite silent. They're both microing the centre at this stage. That P3 doing a lot of damage really for P3 to infantry. It's taking out a lot of the commando squads here. We have one little commando squad MG guy still capping the flag. So he's lost most of his infantry, but he's able to pull out another commando squad. And that Bren easily takes out PGA's guys, so PGA is lacking the infantry again. It's going to be quite a slow battle for middle at the moment, but these commandos should be able to secure it. This Sherman here is getting very dangerously close to the P3, which is what the P3 wants. The P3 is in a very good position actually to counter all this. If the Sherman wanted to come approach middle, it should have been coming from this side here, where it's got the range to take that out, because here that P3 can just stay there and shoot at middle and wait for the Sherman to come here or here. So Sherman should definitely approach from this angle here, and it's doing a very useless job for most of the game. So slightly bad tank usage there, but that Bren takes out nearly a whole squad, and PGA is getting quite frustrated here, charging his tank in, and does take out the entire commander squad. So careless play here by PGA, but he's finally got the grenade here by the commander guy to the turret. And that Sherman should be coming out all guns a-blazing anytime soon. Maybe not. No, it's not. Because Consitini does have another AT guy to finish off that P3. So a bit of careless play by PGA, getting a bit frustrated. He needed to kill the infantry and he charged his P3 there to do that. So another paratrooper squad here by PGA. He really needs some flag, and the middle is probably as good as it gets. And even the left-hand side now is quite poorly defended. As a 2-2 is a good buy here at the moment, as that Sherman needs to come out to actually take it out. It's still there. It's actually tracked, so that's probably why it's not moving. So that 2-2 has free reign in this area. If he just moves down his infantry and walks straight in, that 2-2 should be able to bombard anyone firing at them. And PGA has capped this house here, which is a very good place for cover. And one of them is the MG paratrooper, which will be extremely handy to approaching infantry. And PGA has also capped this point here, so nice play by PGA here. There's an assault rifleman there which can't grenade it, which is lucky there. And a Sherman coming to the left, the AA coming back to the middle. Takes out the paratroopers, capping the flag, whilst on the right, Consitini has got it. On the western eastern flag, it's got that as well. But that Sherman takes out a 2-2. But PGA has got the point with his paras. Nice play by PGA taking model points. Also nice play by Consitini coming in, seeing a weakness and attacking it. So there's attacks all over the place at this stage where they're frantically trying to cap the flags. Consitini doesn't have as much pressure as if, because he's got 96-9 basically, and he's recapping that point now. And this infantry now is in a position where he can throw a grenade there to kill it. Another P3 right PGA, which is needed. You can get a side shot of that Crusader AA, which it does, and it should finish it off. That Sherman here is exposed on its side, but that P3 is fixated on the Crusader AA, so it shouldn't have a problem now. It's angled quite well, angled in the position where that P3 would not be able to penetrate it. And is trying to run away through there. It's getting dangerously close here. What will happen here? Wow, PGA does actually capture this point. So it kills that Sherman there. Some interesting tank place happening here. But at this point, he's actually being taken by the Commonwealth still, so he needs to take out the infantry holding this, which is that commander there, rather quickly, which he does. So PJ is actually still in the game, surprisingly. 97-9. Another Sherman counter, so it's a hard counter, but the side is turned. Wow, lucky miss there by Consitini. He finally decides to turn it, and that P3 should be no more after next shot. No, P3 absorbs another shot. I don't think it's going to last another one. Track damage it is. APCR round loaded maybe? APCR round loaded, that Sherman will be doomed. Crew injured on both behalves, so it's anyone's game at this stage. APCR versus a Sherman. Bounces, but there it goes. So Sherman does get the kill finally. as PGA is in a bit of trouble as well. Consitini doing a great job here, sneaking guys over here somewhere. It's got guys all over the place in middle as well, so you can quite easily flank this and grenade. A lot of people not using, not destroying cover in these 1 versus 1s, because this building is really a bane on Consitini's side, so he needs to throw some sort of AP grenade or anti-tank grenade or dynamite from that P3 to destroy that building. As PJ is now counting down, he's capped the middle, 97 to 11 at this stage. PJ, I think, would probably go for a tank counter for that Sherman, but he doesn't really need to at this stage. What he really needs is a flak 38 to come here, knock anyone out here with infantry support. Infantry support and a flak 38, that Sherman can't possibly take it. Bring the flak 38 here, force the Sherman to come in closer, then hide, and just really play, I guess, cat and mouse with that Sherman, as that Sherman won't be able to do much damage to his infantry. So Brandenburger squad here trying to consolidate the eastern flag. With just a few militia and commandos holding it, he should have no problems holding it, but here comes a counter-attack here. I don't think this side is heavily defended by PGA, as a full assault squad is charging in there. So it's a bit of an exchange of flags now. PGA has got back his eastern, but Consitini should be able to get his western flag back again. So nice seesaw movement here happening. Quite smart play on both their parts here, attacking the weak flags at the same time, so they both know, anticipating the enemy's moves. As PJ is putting grenades here, lacking maybe a few in the middle. Middle is dangerously close to being capped, but see this house here, it's really stopping Consitini from capping the flags. These guys need to just come walk here from this angle here and grenade them. But they managed to sneak here through this side, but there's a few infantry over here as well, and they're getting torn to shreds from the guys from that building. So quite quickly, these guys in the houses are doing a lot of damage, and there's only one conscript left in the middle. PJ is neutralizing now with the Brandenburger squad, but the grenade bounces as PGA still holds on to the left side. Wow. So PGA actually held on to that western side. But a nice HE shell by that M4A4, taking out 3 guys there. Just went in there, blew up and took out the 3 guys at the middle floor. As the right is still PGA's. The western side is now going to Consitini, and the middle is now no one's. So Consitini will be capping up shortly once he gets this flag, because the Sherman is in a position to bombard those guys as well. And a nice flank here by the SAS, so an SAS squad here, and in fact it's a decent buy by PGA at this stage, but dangerously these guys quite easily rip through, as they've pretty much taken out the majority of the paratrooper squads. SAS are coming around to take out that Pack 40 now. Good play by PGA, putting guys behind the buildings, but Consitini has seen that and is now throwing an AP grenade over. Takes out one of them. He needs to make sure there's infantry here to guard that Pack 40 from a flank. This Pack 40 is in a decent position, but needs to make sure it's defended well, as a 222 comes out, which is in danger of getting hit by an AT rifle from the SAS. But an 222 is actually not a bad buy versus the SAS, because the SAS is very expensive and they die all the same like a militia to a 222. So that 222 actually killed 4 SAS squads, which is quite expensive, and probably already earned its keep in this game so far by taking out just those 4 guys. So PJ is actually doing the right things. Everything is bought and everything is used, is molding together right now to actually allow him to capture the middle, and maybe even capture the western flag for a 3 cap here, as we see a 95mm, which is a good counter for a 222 and also for a Pack 40 by Consitini. Nice shot there, takes it out. As this area here behind that rock, he should be able to shoot over and take out that Pack 40 as well. So PJ is capping down the middle though, but is being assaulted by a huge commando force here, which is what he needs to do. He needs to change his dipper. I just paused the game, I wonder what that means. Uh, he's just joking. He's changed, made a typo. He was saying he wants to change his diaper. So he's been shitting his pants. As Constantine did a good buy here. Infantry was definitely what is needed in middle as PJ is lacking the infantry in the centre. So he just needs to hold this point for a little while because it's 97 to 27. PGA really needs to storm the infantry up really fast now. There doesn't seem to be much sign of infantry, but they need to come in as the points are coming up, and if Consitini does get this flag, I think it will be pretty much over for PGA. Something fast, anything, maybe even there is a 95mm there. I would probably go for even a 223 to just run here quickly, kill everything, and send the infantry down because he does need something ASAP. It's absolutely crucial that Constantini does not get this point. He's fixated on this thing here, but he doesn't realize that Constantini gets this point. He just has to hold it for not long at all before he gets it, but there goes the Cromwell taking out that Pack 40, so a decent counter there in a position where it couldn't be shot at back. So that Flak 38 here also in a decent position here to range in middle as well, so it does have range in for this area and the middle, as the Cromwell has spotted it though, so it shouldn't be alive much longer with that Cromwell there, and that Cromwell does take it out in one shot. So that 95mm Cromwell proving to be very effective versus PGS emplacements. Bad luck there for PGA. Good play by both players though, so good luck to Consini in the next round.